Alrighty. So sorry about the wait, folks. As I mentioned in chat, something funky happened with the... Ugh. Well, okay, thank you very much for that hydrate weather. Let me just go ahead and... There you go. So again, so sorry for the wait. Yep, something funky was going on with the ad timing there. Who knows? But anyway, hello, weary travelers, and welcome to the Come and Go Tavern. My name is Sheela Ornthalis, and I'll be your hostess this afternoon. Today's kitchen special is chicken with potato wedges and spicy macaroni, and it looks like Erica is currently available for a full-service package, if you know what I mean. But if you see anything or anyone else on the menu that you're interested in, just let me know and we'll see what we can do. Today we're going to be returning to Hytale for the third time. Last time I finished up the roofing project on the outer wall around my home and yammered on about some cool stuff and some heavy stuff and some cool but heavy stuff. It was a whole thing. I honestly don't know for certain what I plan to talk about today, but I think we're going to start building a more standard house now, just for a bit of a lark, because I never actually do that, you know? I never go into this with, like, actual architectural aspirations. I tend to make use of the natural geography as it always is. But as always, I will be available for comments, questions, and concerns about the tavern, as well as regular old conversation. So don't be afraid to fill that chat with discussion. Gotta hydrate the gobbler so she's always soft and squishy. I am a woman who is in need of good hydration. But yeah, let's head on over to the game screen, why don't we? Well, it has become nighttime, but I'm the only person on the server, so... Whoa. Thank you very much for the pear wiggler. Always important to wiggle your pears. But yeah, no, as I was saying, let's go ahead and sleep since I'm the only person online right now, so that we are not dealing with the day. I'm gonna start off the day strong, or wiggly. Yeah, fair. The server has updated since the last time we played, so I believe we are now playing on the full version 3 of the servers. There we go. But yeah, let's see. Okay, so I know one of the things that I want to do is expand out the stairway here, because having it be only 1 block wide is kinda cramping my style a little bit. Now, will that require me to redo all of this? That's another question. Let's go check out what it looks like over here. There we go. Okie doke. Let's see. Okay. So currently our overhang... Oh, beans. Yeah, it is. Well... Do I want to redo this whole area? Do I even really care all that much? Like, the overhang is actually really far on... Pardon? Why are you in there again? What? That is not a place for spiders. That is a place for horse. I agree, horse. Your bet is on 38th episode of Kamen Rider Black. Ooh. Remind me which story arc that is. Ow. Ow. I genuinely don't know why I keep getting spider spawns in here. Like... You'd think there would be more than enough light. But look at this big tarantula's eyes. It just wants to be a friend. Okay, listen, no. No. Mostly because they will attack at random, you know? Gogol is pretending to be a good hospital company with device that cures all illnesses. Also, Shadow Moon went and created 2 monster babes because he got rejected by his former girlfriend. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Yeah, no. Like, it's always very strange to me when the bad guys make something that people would genuinely love them for and then use it as a path to do evil. Like, oh, we have a device that can cure all disease. Do you know how much money you can make with that? Do you have any idea how much people would flock to it? You wouldn't even have to overcharge people. Oh, right, I was also going to do the thing here, so hang on, 1, 2, 3. Hey. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I really like how the leaf models and textures work with your roof. Like, the branches actually nestle in and mingle with the building. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Bonk. And then I bonk. And then... Kerbonk. And that just feels weird to have there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that was the music. I was like, what in the fuck sound was that? Oh, well then. So we'll get rid of this one. And it also kind of doesn't make sense to have this one here. 2, 3, bonk. 1, 2, 3. Bonk. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that actually spaces perfectly. Wow. 2, 3. I'm not going to bother with that one because it's got another one right there. 2, 3. Bonk. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hello, Gloria. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? The music is bees. But yeah, no, I also love how, like, branches actually grow in this game. Such a cool concept, and something that, like, I know why they don't do it in Minecraft, because, like, Minecraft is a herky-jerky, like, leaning up inverted pyramid on balancing on a single point of code written in, like, 1980. But this game was built straight from the ground up to do things that the creators wanted to do in Minecraft but couldn't easily do. Oh, doing a short stream in the morning. Fair enough, fair enough. I saw some of your stream. I was trying to figure out what boss you were fighting in 14. Because I've done so many dungeons and raids and trials at this point that I cannot remember all of them. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. That one worked perfectly. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but that's going to be a silly one. So I'm not going to bother with that one. This is kind of where we started, but 1, 2, 3, 4. I forgot before that I was going to do heavy light towards the inside, unlike the outside. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and then 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that one we're skipping. 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. And then that one we're skipping. Cool. You were spanning Sophia for Wondrous Tales and then did M12. Okay, it was the Sophia one then. That I was just like, what in the world is this big-faced griffin thing? I just got Astrologian up to level 100 yesterday, and now I'm working on the Summoner Scholar combo, because once I get that up to level 100, I can clear out all of my healer gear from my backpack that is below level 100. And that'll be nice. Yeah, I want to say I was at like 76 when I logged out this morning. So I'm making good progress. And then once I've got all the healers there, then I get to push everything else to level 100. I haven't decided what I'm going to do after that, though, like what grouping I'm going to focus on. But we'll figure it out, we'll figure it out. Yeah, I'm absolutely loving how this whole complex is turning out right now. It's hello, horse. I don't know yet if I can properly domesticate you, so I do have to keep you in the kennel for a little while longer. Or, well, not kennel, stable. Stable is the term I was looking for there. Horses aren't dogs. It would be really weird if they were dogs. Oh, let's put a torch there. Get rid of that torch there. I mean, I guess kind of horses are like giant dogs, but a lot more fragile than most dogs. Let's see. There we go. I mean, with the size of some dogs, that is true, that is true. Hello! Hello, little babies! Oh! And tame things. I am going to tame you. Oh, you want a pumpkin. Oh, you want a pumpkin. I don't have any pumpkins. I'm sorry. But that does mean that I can now possibly tame my horse. Hello, horse. You want carrots. Okay, we'll go get you some carrots, bud. I have no idea where I'm going to be able to find carrots. But no, that is a baby boar. Not just a piggy. Because there are standard pigs in this game as well. Hello, fish. I didn't know there were fish in this. Can I tame the fish? Or would a fish want to be tamed? Oh, I'm sorry. I'll go away. I'm sorry. Hello, squirrel. I have got some of the squirrels. Yeah, wild boars and feral pigs. So I have gotten some of the squirrels in our garden coming and eating out of my hand now. Hello? Is somebody's house? Did someone decide to build a house near mine? There's a whole library down here. I'm gonna take that. Hello? Clops Gentleman. Hello. Oh, he's a Cyclops. That's why he's a Clops. Okay. Oh, this is so cool. I like your pipe, sir. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, I am gonna take that pumpkin then. Oh. Hello? Do I not have space for that? Oh, no, I don't have space for that. Okay, I don't need that. Ooh. Hmm. Is this kind of a jerk move? Yes, it is kind of a jerk move. But it'll allow me to make some better stuff. Let's see. What don't we need? I guess we don't need more fence at this point. Now see, here's another thing that this game absolutely has over vanilla Minecraft. All of this stuff that you're seeing here is vanilla to the game. And it allows you to build so many more interesting things. Like this is almost all from the tavern set, which I'm going to be using to build my house eventually too. Or at least building out my house with, you know? Alright, I'm going to set a couple of torches here. Because that is such a cool thing to just have near my house. Alright. Thank you for the pumpkin, sir. Oh, that's a bear. I don't think I can tame the bear. But we can put on some actual chest armor. No, I don't think I can tame the bear. Nope, can't tame the bear. Ow. 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 Oh, I'm gonna get killed. Oh, I'm gonna get killed. Woo! Woo! And yeah, I was really happy when I found the avatar builder in this game. The one thing that we're hoping for is that we will eventually be able to make player models short, because I would love to be representatively short, you know? Safe for now. Bear's just napping. Okay, look, yes. But also let's eat some meat. Where'd the bear go? Okay, bear seems to have given up. Hello. Hello, little baby. Okay, that is fair. I am carrying a sword. I'm sorry. Oh. Hello. Hello, little baby. Can I pick you up? Oh, no! No, 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 no! I didn't want to hit you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Stop. No. I wanted to pick him up. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh. Oh. There was no dedicated pickup button. Oh, hello, Spooter. No, thank you. Ah, no, thank you. Ow. Oh, there's that bear again. Alright, you know what? Let's... Okay. The shape of the tree looked distinctly non-tree-like for a second there. Alright, let's move some stuff out of my inventory for a minute. So we don't really need the roofing supplies anymore. I suppose I should just build more chests, because these chests are running out of space. Darkwood, we got darkwood planks. I didn't mean to make darkwood planks, but here we are. Okay, we do have... Okay. Bop. Bop. And then let's put this down here. So we can bop. Bop. Okay. Now we have... This one is going to be specifically for building materials. And so we're not going to put anything unfinished in there. It does actually mean that we can move some stuff out of this one. Okay, I think that's good enough. So yeah, I have no idea what I want to chat about today. Today is just going to be a pretty free-form day. Oh, I forgot to close my door. Right, because I got so used to having mechanisms in Minecraft that you put a button down that automatically opens and closes the door as you pass it. Oof, that's a bad thing to forget that you haven't done yet. Use that, move that over to there. Turn that on. I said turn that on. Do we have any finished materials? No, not yet. They will have a redstone equivalent eventually, but they currently do not. Oh wow, we got repair kits? Oh neat, somebody must have dropped off some repair kits for me. Thank you to whoever did that. While the furnace is doing its job, I'm gonna move some materials. Let's see, one mushroom shelf. I suppose the stuff up here could be for like quick reference materials, so we could leave like a stack of these. I suppose roofing supplies for my actual roofs could live up here. A stack of stairs. And that should be good for stuff up here. I guess we could leave like random things in here too. But yeah, no, we are still very, very early in the development of this game, so not everything has an equivalent yet. No redstone in particular is a big one, I know. Let's see. So let's put as much of this on the same layer as we can. Volcanic and volcanic, okay. Let's see. Well, that can go there. What's going on in here? Agricultural stuff should probably go upstairs. Agricultural, that's agricultural. What's one more thing? I guess components could go upstairs too, since that's closer to where I would actually need to be using them. Nice. I haven't made much use out of the organize buttons yet, but oh, that's nice. Oh. There we go. Let's see. We'll drop that there, that there. Okay, everything else is either coming with me or is going upstairs. Good stuff, good stuff. But yeah, let's see. Stuff that we could talk about today. I've been reading a couple of new to me or refreshing myself on TTRPGs. The two games in question are Apollo 46 or 47, excuse me, and Paranoia. Because I have played Paranoia in the past, but it was a long time ago, and it's been a hot minute. And also, the game rules have been updated rather significantly since the last time I played it, in a good way. I'm having a lot of fun reading through sort of the ways that they have streamlined things, improved it for modern gaming philosophy, that they have maintained the original vibe of the game while also making sure that player safety is actually taken care of, which was a thing back in the old days, if you know what I mean. It's Paranoia is one of those games that sits in the same sort of genre, well, maybe not genre, but the same space as VTM, in that it can be a great game to play as long as you are playing with people who you know and trust, because shenanigans are going to happen and you're going to be bad people, and as long as you know that that's all on the table and not aimed at each other, the real people behind things. Oh, it's a little too dark out here now, isn't it? Is that a fire over there? Huh. Do I have any mail? Maybe? I did get a letter! Okay. There's a stack of repair kits that will allow you to repair tools and weapons. It's not a perfect repair each time. You'll lose 10% of the tool's maximum durability. Despite this, I hope they assist in your endeavors. Sincerely, Moral Compass Thief. Ooh, thank you very much. I don't know if you're watching right now, but if whether you are or not, I'm gonna say thank you very much. Because I was wondering where those came from. Let's go ahead and put this in here. Well, and I suppose as the light dwindles, we'll probably want to go to sleep again. But yeah, Paranoia is looking to be a heck of a lot of fun because it plays around with kind of the tropes of Cold War era stuff, as well as like all the best and worst kind of sci-fi stuff. So I'm hoping to get to play that with my game group at some point soon. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Where is that extra torch? There's that extra torch. There we go. 69 torches. Nice. But it plays around with things like clearance levels, treason, just absolutely bonkers computers that control all of society and think that everyone is completely trustworthy, except that nobody is trustworthy. And it fully knows that, but it doesn't want to hand out, like, I don't know, how do they describe it? It doesn't like handing out punishments so much as corrections. And that is a fun concept to play with. Okay, so I don't want to mess around too much here in that direction because I don't want to accidentally dig into that guy's attic. Uh-oh. Did I scare off both of my little boar babies? I think I did. All right, sir. Ow. Oh. Alrighty. Woo. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I should probably bring some cobblestone with me so that I can make walls for the sake of safety. All of my cobblestone is deep down underground. Okay. I sure did just do this to myself. Oh, excuse me. There we go. Should probably also put a fancier door in my wall at some point, because... well, I guess that one's kind of fancy. Let's see. So what's the space out back looking like? Oh,
Mom,
hello?
have you seen Mr. Grumbles?
No, sweetie, where'd you lose track of her?
Can you help me find her?
Oh, yeah, give me just a moment. I'm sorry, little boar. Okay, well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear cut the space back here in order to sort of set down a foundation for the house. Oh wait, I forgot about this hill that I've got up here. Okay, yeah, we'll set the foundation out here. I'll probably create a bridge across my wall here for it. Wish I could pick you up. I'm so sorry. Hello, baby. But okay. We'll take care of that after this commercial break. Because now we at least have a plan, you know? Oh, that means I get to create like a bridge. It'll be such a cool experience. Okay, so we'll be back in 5 minutes. Stand up, stretch, do all that good stuff, and I will see you all on the other side, all right? Ta-ta for now. All right, let's see. I think the laundry got done this morning. Or at least it's in the dryer now, so maybe she's getting there. Actually, the warmth and the noises. Alrighty, folks, let's take a look at what we can do here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, and that would be the one in the middle. So we're gonna knock this wall out. And that one. We'll go ahead and make this bridge 3 wide. And I'm gonna do a make it before making it pretty. You gotta make it first. Okay, what were we talking about before? Oh, I was mostly talking about Paranoia, which is a TTRPG. And is a pretty neat system, because it's... How to describe? It takes all of those things that, like, players naturally want to do as, like, little chaos gremlins, normally, but they have to kind of either train themselves or be trained by others not to do those things because they can be disruptive in normal storytelling, and says, hey, in this game, do that. Do the thing. Do the thing that you would normally be told not to do. But also be aware that everyone else is going to be doing that too, because you're all paranoid and think that everyone else is a communist traitor. I did mention, I believe, that it plays off of, like, old sci-fi tropes and things like that, and Cold War stuff specifically. So not meant to be taken seriously, because quite frankly, if the closest way to describing my personal leanings would probably be a socialist. Okay, we are almost there. But it's incredibly tongue-in-cheek. Like, tongue so firmly planted in cheek that it may as well be driving a hole through the cheek kind of thing. Bop. 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 Okay. So that's good so far. Where are those fences? There are those fences. What the hell? Oh. Neat. Duly noted. Okay, so I need to go get more fence work. Oh, you know, I could probably also replace the fences that we have with nicer looking ones. Is this going to have vocals or no? Yep. Every time I think I've gotten rid of all of them, another one pops back up. Okay, that's... workbench. Let's go with the builder's workbench. Doors. Simple wooden door. Maybe not. Planks. Decorative hardwood. Okay, that's... Okay, how much does a door take? Okay, so a door theoretically takes 2. So let's go 1, 2. Plop that in. Okay, so simple wooden door is still our best bet here. Alright, that's fine then. I should find out if anybody has carrots anywhere. I'm sure somebody does. I mean, for crying out loud, the person who runs the server is called Farmer Gata. Oh. Hello, Circuit! How are you doing this fine morning? I am building out my little base in Hytale. And kind of sort of hoping that I can find other stuff. Hello? What's going on over here? Hello? Oh no, I was trapped. Okay, hang on. Ow. 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 No, thank you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ow. Can you not? I should probably put a gate here. Adjusting to a sleep schedule, so you're incredibly EP. Oh no! So is this a voluntary change of sleep schedule, or is this something that just happened? Let's see. Gates. Like, is this something that's happened to you, or that you've chosen to do? Can I place a gate here and have it actually work? We're gonna find out together. No. No, that breaks things. Okay, good to know. Up. Eh. Then there. And then this is where we can put our door. There we go, door. So you're telling me that the goblin who built a town where everybody takes care of each other and people only work jobs they want to do personally believes that society should take care of all of its people? Yeah. Voluntary in that I did it on purpose, but it's not your preference. Oh, okay. Interesting. Why did you do that then? I mean, I'm sure that the answer is, you know, something like employment reasons or whatever, but oof. Okay, let's... Okay, I think we're gonna expand the wall here. There we go. Just as a discouragement from people like climbing over, if you know what I mean. Let's see. Okay, so... Are there shovels in this game? Like spooters, like, I don't know how the skeleton are programmed. Like, they might be able to do things like crawl sideways or something like that. Crude mace. Alright, do we really not have shovels yet? Oh, okay, there's an iron shovel. Are there no, like, copper shovels? Huh. Alright. Seems a little odd, but okay. Well, it's my first iron tool is going to be a shovel. Actually, you're supposed to use the bagpipe to dig holes. You just scare the dirt out of the ground. Okay, Osiris. I mean, that is fair, though. Let's see. I'll put that there. Move that to there. Move that back over to there. Don't eat the raw meat. Actually, hang on. Can we make that not raw meat? Nice. Okay, we can. Lovely. Cool. One fewer things hanging out in our inventory. Eat some berries. But yeah, okay. So let's see. Oh, you know what would have been smart? Would have been a lot smarter to put the door right there. Oh well. Door's here now. Okay, so let's get at this. Okay, so what was I talking about before with paranoia? I know I mentioned the fact that, like, it is very much playing off of, like, Cold War humor and things like that, so that's one of the reasons why I say that you really have to be able to trust the people that you're going to be playing with, because, you know, obviously, like, there is humor in the fact that, like, oh, well, everyone is considered untrustworthy, and the gigantic computer AI is going to hand out corrections in the form of, you know, like, killing you. And then just decanting another clone of you, kind of a thing. It's very much in that like vibe of old school Fallout, which some of the newer fandom for Fallout seems to have forgotten. Like, Vault-Tec are the bad guys. The United States government were the bad guys. They're the ones who nuked the entire fucking planet, kind of thing. So your clone learns the lesson. Yes, indeed. Although they do forget the last 5 minutes of their life from beforehand, because the implant is imperfect. That is in their brain and allowing them to transfer memories between different iterations. So, arguable whether they actually learn the lesson or not, of course. But, you know, it's probably fine, right? It's probably fine. Okay, let's see. But yeah, everything is super silly. It's all done on, like, oh, you start off as like clearance level red, and so you're above the infrareds, but you're way below the ultraviolets. And it kind of goes in a Roy G. Biv scenario from there, kind of going from one to the other. And then, like, the ultraviolets are theoretically the people who take care of Friend Computer, who is the one that runs the entire Alpha Complex. What in the world is that? Is that a woodpecker? Or a grouse of some sort? Maybe a chicken? Yeah, it's designed to be silly. It's designed to have PvP to a certain extent, because, like, you know, maybe one person, like, everybody gets the same mission officially, but everybody is also part of like secret societies and things, so that they may have like a secondary mission that may contradict the primary mission. It's a whole thing. It's really, really funny. But again, it's the kind of game that you absolutely have to be playing with people that you trust to be jerks to each other in a controlled and friendly manner, if that makes sense. Much like VTM is a whole heck of a lot of fun if you actually, like, know everybody in the party and know, okay, yeah, we're gonna cross some lines because we're all evil, awful, cursed vampires, but, like, in a way that's gonna allow us to explore some interesting things about ourselves and the people around us. And not just do, you know, lasting psychological harm to one another. Another like fun meta joke within the paranoia community is the fact that like it is treasonous to have read the rules for the game if you are a player. You are not high enough clearance to have read the rules. And like, yeah, okay, in a meta sense, that's really fun and kind of gives you the vibe of the game. But it's actually there for an actual logical reason as well. Because the idea is that it's supposed to also discourage like rules lawyering. Because the idea is that like the GM who is playing friend computer knows best. And, you know, this also kind of translates to, again, a certain level of trust that you have to have for the person who's running the game because, like, well, yes, part of the game is doing cool and unusual things as forms of encouragement and correction, but only within the bounds of, like, the social contract of the game. You shouldn't just be a tyrant to your players. Like, if someone is being a rules lawyer, you are encouraged to treat them more harshly, shall we say? Because again, they're trying to rules lawyer, they're disagreeing, and they're making it more difficult to have fun. But also on that note, let me actually drop some lights here so that I'm not completely screwed outside. Okay, there we go. But on, you know, the flip side of that, as I mentioned before, GMs are also told, like, you know, hey, you gotta actually make, like, it's fun to have somebody, like, open what they thought was a jar of pickles and then get hit with, like, phosgene gas and have their, like, clone just absolutely obliterated. And then just, like, vacuum tube a new clone for them down. That's only funny once. You know what I mean? It's not fun if it keeps happening. So you have to pick your time to make those kinds of jokes carefully. And it always pays to, like, do stuff that allows the players to make mistakes on their own. Whereas other games have a tradition of, are you sure? This game doesn't ask, are you sure? It just goes, okay, that's what you did, huh? Okay, well, here's the consequence. And, yep, that clone sure is now a pile of goop. Like, I want to say one of the examples that I saw was somebody, like, the party was moving through a dark area where only one of them heard, or, like, thought they heard some, like, skittering or something out in the darkness, right? And somebody finally remembers, oh wait, I have a flashlight, let's get a look at this. And so, of course, they turn on their flashlight. And suddenly, every monster that was, like, in the darkness around them, that was, like, not really aware of their presence, kind of turns and looks. And then, well, there you are. Turn off the flashlight all you want, now they know you're there, kind of a thing. Which is funny. Like, that's fun. Or maybe they don't want to turn the flashlight off, you know? But yeah, are we dead? Who knows? We're gonna find out in a moment. Suddenly everyone decants in a different room that seems to be physically safer. Well, I guess we're all dead. No, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. Suddenly in a new location. Oh, we weren't fine. Oh, okay, hang on a second. Where are you? You're basalt. So, I'm gonna need more of that. Do I really not have any more, like, basic cobblestone? Huh. Okay. Alright, well. Presumably that took less than 5 minutes. Well, yeah, like, that's the thing. It's the, okay, well, I remember us walking through a dark, like, opening a door into a dark area, and, like, that's the other thing. Like, it's all very loose, and so, you know, to a certain extent, the players would get to decide how far back 5 minutes was. before they were killed. So, let's see. On the surface level, let's see, we get 2 layers of stone and then a layer of basalt stone. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh, right, we need to make more of those basalt blocks. Let's do 2 for now. I'm gonna swap some brick in here because, okay. Ooh, I do like the basalt brick pillar, or like walls. Alright, I want to get some volcanic stuff and see what that looks like refined. But yeah, the idea is that, like, Friend Computer's missions are supposed to, like, they look simple on the surface. Like, they look very, very straightforward. And then you very quickly discover that, no, what Friend Computer is asking you to do is actually, like, ridiculously complicated in some way, shape, or form. Or it comes with, like, morally compromising choices. That if you do not do what Friend Computer has told you to do, you are, in fact, now a traitor. And, you know, traitors can be corrected rather aggressively. Right, I'm just going to do the thing over here. I'm being very, very scatter-minded because doing things in multiple places is a whole thing. Oh, those are cool looking, but no, we're going to craft a single one of those. And let's see what the volcanic brick. Ooh, the volcanic pillars look even better. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Alright, I have a good idea of what we're going to be doing now. So let's go ahead and probably craft that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the rest of that will be that. Okay. But yeah, very simple dice system. Like, the idea is that it's all supposed to be like D6s, and you get a certain number of D6s for your skills and attributes for, like, you know, like normal. Successes on 5-ups. You always get 1 special die called the computer die, which may make the computer pay more attention to you, which sounds like a good thing and is absolutely not a good thing. Or maybe it is a good thing. Kind of depends on who you are as a person, I suppose. Okay, let's see. We can do a bop. If the boss knows your name, it's probably not a good thing. Yep, exactly. You get it, Osiris. You get it. Okay, this is our origin point. So we actually did the basalt block in the middle at origin level. So we're going to do the same thing here as well. But yeah, so I think that would be a lot of fun to play. Probably even do, like, some content out of it if I really wanted to get spicy. Although, who knows about that one, because I have had a lot of fun doing APs in the past, but I have just not had the energy even for regular games recently. And so, I don't know. Doot, doot. Doot. Okay, there we go. So, this is the reason why I made these is I'm gonna do, oh, actually, hang on. How am I doing this from outside? I can count from the inside. I suppose it probably would have, yeah, ew, content. I know, dirty word, dirty word. But, you know, APs are content, but they are also fun because I get to play games with all my friends, you know? Hang on, let's lay out the stone for this properly first, why don't we? I know I said earlier make it first and then make it pretty, but well, now we're gonna make it pretty. But yeah, no, I can think of a few scenarios that would be a heck of a lot of fun to play with Paranoia, and it would be a lot of fun to essentially give everybody, like, a physical representation of what their clearance level was by, like, doing, like, PNG tubers for everybody, and, like, actually, like, putting their PNG tuber in a jumpsuit of their clearance level cover, so that could be changed on the fly if I felt like it. Or I should say, if friend computer feels like it, you know. Because I think that would be funny. But there's, I don't know, like, I've had a much more complicated AP that I want to do in my brain for a long while. And it just has never really happened because, like, I need to make art assets for it, and it turns into a whole thing very quickly. And, like, arguably over the last few months I have had time to make art assets for it, but, you know, I spent a couple of months recovering from some illness and basically having zero energy, and I'm starting to get back to a point where I have energy again. So who knows? Maybe I'll revisit that and see what I would actually need to make that happen. Because I want to do Deathmatch Island with some VTubers in a very specific way. Because I want to do essentially Takeshi's Castle with VTubers. I just think it would be really fun and goofy, you know. Let's go down here. Up, 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 up. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What I can do is I can back my way that direction. Accomplish a very similar thing. But yeah, do like Takeshi's Castle and like essentially kind of make everybody do like different skill challenges and things. And it would be great if I could have like some visual representation of each person as we do that, plus like a GM overlay that the viewers can see that the players cannot. So that, like, if you're doing a challenge, like, oh yeah, jump across like the toadstools in the water thing. I forget what it's actually called in Takeshi's Challenge. Or Takeshi's Challenge, Takeshi's Castle. I don't remember at this point. I'm babbling, so you know, forgive me if I get a name wrong. But just so that you know, you can kind of see like, oh, okay, cool. So when they dodge to that point, that's where they're gonna fall. That sort of fun thing, you know. But that requires a Takeshi's Castle. Okay, thank you. But as I was saying, that sort of thing requires a ton of art assets. And whilst I think I could do like the basic environment stuff on my own, I would definitely need to recruit more artists for character stuff because I am not great at drawing people. Alright, so what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to actually back this off to here. Because... I think what I can do is... potentially create a set of stairs that goes down to that height. So do we want to go back 2 more or only 1 more? Yeah, I'll go back to there. Let's do that. And put you there for the time being. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. Alright, let's go back to clearing space. Oh, wait, hang on. I've forgotten. I need to... No. Torch. Torch. There we go. For a little while. It doesn't... just use all the ODC Chaos Pick. I mean... I could. That is entirely a possible thing. I can draw my little salt shake people. That is absolutely a thing I could do. What was I saying? Oh, right. The, so, blocks sort of remember their break status. Like, they will heal after a little while, but they stay this way for a minute, so that if, like, your tool breaks and you have to switch it out, you don't lose a whole lot of progress. Yeah, Paranoia would be fun. I really, really want to play Apollo 47 with our friend group, Osiris. Partly because I think it would be fun, just fun to test out, but also, like, yeah, I mean, it's fun to do conversation-style games where you are free to have things mess up, you know? But, yeah. Yeah, the technical documentation is great. I love that the creator was just like, you know what, fuck it. We're printing over 1,000 pages of declassified NASA documents on technology and things. Use them or don't, either way. This is a folly of mankind, and I love it. I would not have it any other way. Okay, so the shovel is definitely making it easier to deal with all of the dirt, but it is very strange, because, like, cutting 3 wide technically is certainly a choice. Especially given how inconsistent it seems to be. Oh, hello, little mouse. Look at this little guy. Wait, am I out of space in my inventory? I am super out of space in my inventory. Do I have any wood with me? Oh, dang. Making a wooden chest takes 10 logs? Whack that ground, yep. Listen, you just have to punch rocks until they break, right? That's how that works out? Oh wow, I was hoping that it'd be cheaper. Um, hmm. Hmm. Alright, what was I looking? Oh, right, I just have too much stuff in my inventory. Hmm. We can put that in there. Well, no, we're gonna need those. I don't really need dirt, so I can put that over here. But I probably will need more hardwood. We've got more volcanic cobble there. Okay. Yeah, go in right. Whoop. Here's you. It goes well, Walls. How are you? We're going right back to Golden Sun. Title screen waiting in the back seat and you're ready to visit your grandparents. Yep. It's a whole vibe, isn't it? And then right after that, Demon School, which is also an absolute bop and a vibe. If a more recent memory. Oh, good stretches. Thank you very much for that. That was a good stretch. Okay, let's see. Well, thank you very much for the hydrate as well. Always hydrate after you stretch. Always. You know, honestly, that is a good idea. Okay, let's see. So I think I'm going to bring the stairs out another one. And then I'm going to start building the wall, as it were. Or should I just go ahead and finish clearing? You know, actually, what I should do is just go ahead and finish clearing this. But yeah, the one negative thing about Paranoia so far is that it has been fairly difficult to get a digital version of the rulebook. Which is not to say that... Oh, hello?
Someone's flirting with Dad again.
Oh, of course they are. Are we talking about, like, flirting, or is he just, you know, being uncomfortable?
He sent me to get you.
Okay, good point, good point. Give me just a second, sweetie. I'll be right with you. You know what? Kindly go pre-warn whoever it is that I'm about to come out there, and that if they don't want to get banned for an extended period, they should stop that. But yeah, no, I have a copy, like a physical copy of the Paranoia rulebook. And unfortunately, like I did get it at a 40% off, got it on a good deal, but it did not come with a copy of the PDF, which would mean that I would need to pay full price again for the PDF. And it's one of those rock and a hard place things because, like, logically, from a consumer perspective, you think, okay, well, but a PDF should be cheaper than a physical rulebook, right? Not realizing that physical rulebooks have essentially been, like core books, have been loss leaders for a good long while now. And most of the cost, no! Oh no, I'm sorry, little guy. I didn't mean to whack you. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, you are right to be annoyed at me. I'm so sorry. But yeah, like that, like essentially core rule books and stuff like that have been subsidized for a while now because expectations are that you'll buy like extra paraphernalia and things like that. And a large enough part of the cost of rule books is things like art and writing and things like that. So yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that like depending on who you're publishing with, it can be a good 50% of the cost that is going into actually printing the thing. Like for instance, with the books that I sell, most of that cost actually goes back to the physical books. Like I get maybe $1 or $2 every time one of my books sells. It kind of sucks because even selling them for like $12 a piece, which is higher than I would like to be able to have to sell them for, I still only make maybe $1 or $2, specifically, I mean, if you bought the hard copy at full price, you think you should get a PDF copy for a discount. Yes. Well, the thing is, like, if I had bought it through their website, I would have gotten a PDF along with it. Unfortunately, fortunately, because, hey, I got a copy of the book anyway, I bought it at a retailer, and I bought it from their clearance section. So I don't know if it was originally supposed to come with the code for the PDF, and the copy that I got had just been like cracked open already, or what. But yeah, I did not get a code for a PDF in this one. So who knows? But I digress. The reason why I came inside was because I need to go and save V from being flirted with. Everybody go buy the Bania books. Honestly, yes. That being said, start with book number 6, because books number 1 through 5 are starting to get a rewrite. Not to change details, but to add things and make them better, quite frankly. Because especially those first couple of books, the writing was a lot more rough. The ideas were there, but the writing itself was in a rough place, But in any case, we'll talk more about that in 5 minutes or so. Yeah, I'll be right back. So stand up, stretch, do all that good stuff. We'll be back soon. Alrighty. I swear, that man is too pretty for his own good. wait a minute, is that a galaxy? Neat. Oh, thank you very much for the coin toss. Oh. How are you doing, Toxan? I know that you came in and started lurking just before our break while I was on a rant about something. I don't remember what. Oh, book printing costs. That's what it was. But yeah, basically people have to get paid to make books, especially when you're working with teams of people. Like, I'm really, really bad about not putting a price on my TTRPGs because I just want people to play my games, you know? But especially like with Proto Drive, there's well over 100 pages of stuff there, and still a whole other section to get done eventually. Plus I want to actually start paying people to add more art to it. Like, Will has gotten paid anytime I have gotten paid, but that has been too rare in the past, you know what I mean? Usually when we contribute to like bundles and things like that. But I even want to add more artists, just for like interstitial stuff, like, you know, just character portraits and like little pictures of like tires and repair kits and things to put on like page edges and things like that. Luckily, you're okay, no worries. We're getting the ball rolling on moving, which is a little bit stressful. I was wondering how that was going. Luckily, most of the downsizing is done. You just don't like packing. Yeah, the packing is the worst. Like, the last time I moved, I had a large amount of warning for it, so I started packing, no joke, 6 months in advance of the move. I can't remember if I talked about that on stream or not, but like, I know I talked about it off stream, and that definitely made it, like, having that ability to start the process super early made the whole thing a lot less stressful. But that was a luxury, you know? Packed up 80% of your kits, you just need to basically take down the stuff that's on display. Oof. And you always want to be extra careful with that stuff, because, like, you don't want to break anything. Oh. Hello. Hello, I wish I could tame you and pick you up, but if I try that again, I will hurt you. I'm so sorry. I whacked a boar earlier and I felt so bad. This little baby boar who didn't deserve that. What? What? What, little one? You're also finishing partly built kits because they're a lot smaller when they're not in cardboard boxes. Yeah, they really are, aren't they? Like, even with some of the stuff that I'm not necessarily going to put on display, I am trying to crank through kits I have in my backlog. Because you've seen how large my backlog is, and woof. Let's see. How am I liking Hytale? I am loving it so far. There are a lot of very nice, like, little quality of life fixes over traditional Minecraft, for one thing. And those are lovely to have. Very critter, 10 out of, very friendly, 50 out of 50, love that. Very critter, yes. Little guy who just wants to squeak. Now see, that's the danger of having the kids like animals too. Because, like, it was one of those things that, like, when I was younger and I didn't have anywhere to be, really, like, I was living out of apartments that most people would have considered ridiculously cramped. But I am small, and therefore, I can essentially be happy with, you know, cheaper, smaller apartments. That meant that I did not have any space for critters, and so I didn't really get the whole pets thing. And now we have space, and I like critters. Jerk has not made an appearance on stream yet because he is one of the easiest ways to distract Lynn, who is my most, I don't want to call her a troublemaker, but my most rambunctious of kids. Jerk is the rooster who might loosely be called my familiar. He is also one of the few chickens that I actually like. I have a tumultuous relationship with poultry, unfortunately. Not least of which because the type that we actually raise here, Wolf-Forged Giants, are about half as tall as I am. So they're big old chickens, and you know, great for pest control. Great for we're full again. Did I bring enough wood? I did bring enough wood. Okay, so bop, bop. I'm gonna go ahead and drop chest. We're gonna drop it right there, just to get rid of some of this material. Toxan, another cool thing about this is that because things stack in even stacks of 100 instead of being like the 8-bit thing, it is a lot easier to figure out exactly how much you have. But I am still trying to get used to how they've rebalanced the amount of materials that things actually take to accomplish. Poultry or fowl? Okay, so, you know, actually that's a great question. I don't know. I don't know. What is a chicken? Is it poultry or fowl? Huh. You only have 2 in your backlog, a Liger, a Zoid's Liger, and a Cosmos Xenosaga kit. Ooh, very fun, very fun. I also like the cloud building that pulls from nearby chests. There's a cloud building that pulls from nearby chests. Oh! As in, yes, as it treats everything in nearby chests as part of the cloud, as it were. Okay. Poultry, you're pretty sure, is the food term. Is it, you know? I'm genuinely not sure. It feels like one of those things in English that, like cow and pig is, like English term for something, but like pork and beef is the French term for it. So like when the Normans took over, like fancy folks started calling their food like, oh, we're having beef. Oh, beef. Because they didn't want to be eating the same thing as normal folks. So maybe that's what it is. I feel like it's the difference between a bovine and beef. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I meant. It's, you know, because again, the standard like English, or I guess specify Anglish term for beef is just cow meat, essentially. It was just the Normans who took over as the kings and lords and stuff that brought over the French terms from the time. That. So I guess fowl? I don't know. Fowl always feels like it more specifies like waterfowl, and I know that would make sense really linguistically because, you know, waterfowl is its own term. So like that's what waterfowl are. They're waterfowl. So think like ducks, egrets, cranes, things like that. Anyway, I have a stressful relationship to chickens because especially the Wolf-Forged Giants that we carry are very, very big chickens, and they know that they are very, very big chickens, and so, yeah. But, that being said, I did raise Jerk from an egg. Wait, that breaks stone too? I'm confused. And so, yeah, I deal with him fairly well. And most of the kids respect him as like, okay, yeah, no, he's the rooster of the flock. He's big and tough and powerful, yada, yada, yada. Right? Lynn does not. To Lynn, he's just a big fluffy thing. And funny enough, that kind of confuses him because he's used to being the big, brawny, bad Rooster, and then Lynn will just come along and pick him up. Even though he is bigger than she is, she will, like, scruff him and just pick him up. And it's adorable, and it's so funny watching him get confused. Which also means that he is kind of just a good default babysitter for her because, like, he will stick to her and he'll keep her busy and all that sort of fun stuff, which keeps her from causing problems on my streams. I'm sure she'll pop in at some point, but, you know, it is what it is. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in chat. Hang on a second. Hang on, I gotta adjust. Hello, OBS? Allow me to move that, maybe, please? Thank you. To the wiki, yeah, Wikipedia says poultry are domesticated birds kept by humans for the purpose of harvesting animal products such as meat, eggs, or feathers. Okay, so chickens are poultry, but they are also fowl, I guess. So you're right, they're poultry, not fowl. So like cattle versus livestock. Yeah, exactly. Livestock refers to all animals that are kept for farming purpose. Yeah, because that is the stock of animals that are alive. That is livestock, you know. More referring to the fact that they imply its use for food. Maybe you're overthinking. I mean, we are here to overthink. Yeah, Osiris is correct. Oh, OBS has also been not letting you scroll lately, so it's not just me. Nope, not just you. Well, the other thing is, like, sometimes it locks the different panes in specific sizes, and so even though I would like my chat to be larger, OBS has decided that that's how big chat is going to be, and so that's how big chat is going to be, I guess, today. Hello, Fox. You know, I understand, but also, I'm clearing this area for a reason. I'm sorry. Yeah, linguistics is funny like that. Like, English in particular is really just like 5 or 6 or 7 languages in a trench coat, stealing stuff from other languages, all sort of strapped together in a willy-nilly way where the rules apply sometimes, but not all the time, depending on what rule or what language the words you're using were stolen from. And also, if we decided that something sounded low class at some point. Because that is also playing a huge part in, like, how we use words. Like, if some noble at some point decided something sounded low class, then, you know, that became the improper way to speak. Here. Oh, that's what I was hearing. Good little fox. What in the fuck are you? Hello? What are you? Oh, right, you're over here. Back here. No. Seriously, what are you? Are you a baby horse? Come here. Come here. No, not a baby horse. Are you like a baby yak? Wow. That chest. Okay. Yeah, the fox is just over here making fox noises. Yeah, I know, buddy. I'm not here. I'm not here to steal your space. You keep doing what you're doing, bud. Did they? Oh, hang on a second. Oh, you don't think you've heard that trench coat analogy for English? I mean, it's not wrong, is it? Like, it's just the three kids in a trench coat all over again. Yeah, I don't hear ring, ding, 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 ding. Fair enough, fair enough. I mean, listen, we're all aware that the actual sounds that foxes say are yiff, right? If you don't believe me, just go look online. Just do a quick search for fox yiff. I'm sure you'll understand later. Hello, little mouse. You know, now that I'm hearing it, I'm starting to think you're right. I think that the skeleton do say ha-cha-cha. Okay, hang on a second. I'm gonna stand here and do some running in place, which is gonna be surely like a good show for y'all, because my watch is fussing at me about having not walked or moved at all in the last hour, which is real fucking strange because I've been standing since 8 a.m. this morning. And I know that the technology is here to make sure that I stay a little more healthy than I would be otherwise. But also, sometimes it doesn't detect the things that I'm doing just as my part of my everyday life. And here we are. Have I been moving while standing though? Okay, yeah, okay, fair. Fair, I guess. Alright, now it's saying I did it. Okay, good. Good for me. Did the thing. Alright, first things first. Let's pop those up. Ooh, excuse me. Up, up. Stairs, stairs, stairs. Probably not going to need stairs again. Hey. We don't need no education. Not true. The kids need education. Although that's not actually what that song is about, which is another part of why the kids in fact do need education. That's what it's talking about there. Is the kind of education that is meant to brainwash people. It's talking about. Is that Oh, you know, maybe you're right. You've heard two sounds from Fox's IRL. One sound that sound you can only describe as a blood-curdling scream of a human dying, and the other sound being that of terrified early humans in the dark woods. You know, both. I have heard both, but I have also heard snickering and like kind of yipping and giggling. There are so many animals that just sound like baby humans that really it just kind of goes to show you that like baby humans just we sure are animals, and anybody who didn't understand that sure was trying hard not to understand that. Bop, 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 bop. Up, 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 up. Okay. Let's see. Hmm. Let's see, let's see. Okay, this is the space that we cleared out to. So, this is going to be where I say the end of our wall goes. But yeah, the sounds that it's making here, that's such the ha 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 ha. That is absolutely a fox noise. Is that all of my pretty ones? No. Okay. Oh, that's a spoder. Where are you? Don't like you. Please go away. There you are. Ah, fuck you. Ow. Okay, so let's see. How much further can we get this? At the very least, I'm going to need to cut that branch. There we go. I'm going to need to cut more than that, but not right now. Goodness gracious, Zone of the Enders is such a cool game. That's neither here nor there because this isn't from Zone of the Enders, but, you know, it has a very similar vibe to it. Probably why that popped into my head. Again, I really hope that the Baroque re-releases that are coming out for the Switch, not the Switch 2, but the Switch, in Japan, actually get imported to the US. I would love to play those games properly, because the Wii version was good. The original on, I'm gonna say it was PlayStation, was okay, but the Sega Saturn version, may have been the Genesis. I think it was the Saturn, but it might have been the Genesis. But the Sega version of it, that was widely considered to be the best version of it, was never actually released in the US. And I would really love to play those games officially, you know? Excellent Foley on the Foxen. Oh yes, absolutely it was. Excuse you. Weirdly, I also feel less bad cutting tree branches in this game, specifically because of the fact that the trees grow in a pretty naturalistic manner. So, like, it will continue growing taller and getting more branches that will be above the wall eventually. Buddy, I'm just putting down bricks. I am not doing anything right now. I know I'm a big scary person. Not really, but... Oh! Now I'm out of wall parts. Okay. Fine, the evening is coming to a close anyway. So let's head back over this direction. Let's see. First things first, let's go grab some more cobble. Oh, did I miss a redeem? Oh, shoot, I did. I really need to add a sound effect to that so I don't miss those. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. It also doesn't help that redeems don't show up in my Mix It Up chat. So if I miss it in OBS, I miss it entirely. Just a second. Let's see. What's this going to be? The basic announcers test? I could probably do this one from memory, but let's just double check instead. Where is it? Okay. Oh yeah, that's not great. No, it's a whole thing. I haven't found a way to make them appear in Mix It Up chat, which is the more obvious of my chat boxes. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so this is one of the better known radio tests that was originally used for Radio Central New York in the early 1940s. It was a cold reading test given to prospective radio talent to demonstrate their speaking ability and breath control. Basically, like, it's a good way of training your voice so that as you speak, you're better able to support your voice, as well as, like, you know, speak clearly, all that sort of fun stuff. So, and also so that you can kind of train yourself not to breathe into the microphone. 1 hen, 2 ducks, 3 squawking geese, 4 Limerick oysters, 5 corpulent porpoises, 6 pairs of Don Alverzo's tweezers, 7,000 Macedonians in full battle array, 8 brass monkeys from the ancient sacred crypts of Egypt, 9 apathetic, sympathetic, diabetic old men on roller skates with a marked propensity toward procrastination and sloth, 10 lyrical, spherical, diabolical denizens of the deep who all stall around the corner of the quo, of the quay, of the quivery, all at the same time. Now, at one point in my life, I could do that all in one breath. Once I get to about 8, I have to start taking quick, short breaths as I go through them these days. But, you know, hey, it's not that bad. It can make a dirt block with 10 dirt. Weird, but okay. Yeah, like I am trying to work my breath support back up to that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that note on the diction. Because the idea is that on top of not taking more breaths than you need to take, you should also be able to control your breathing in such a way that the breaths you do have to take are not noticeable. Is the dirt block from 10 dirt just a way to store lots of dirt in a compact way? It probably is, honestly. Okay, so we got plenty of cobblestone up there. Okay, so that just means that I need to take that upstairs, actually. Volcanic. Okay, we have that. Okay, I'm gonna take this upstairs, and we are gonna see how much of this we can convert into decorative blocks. But for anybody out there who might be doing things like, oh, I don't know, voice training or things like that, tongue twisters similar to those are a great way of controlling where your voice is in your throat and in your Like, is it in your chest? Is it in your throat? Is it in your nasal cavity? All of those sorts of things, because they make you think about how you are speaking, how you're using your mouth, how you're using your lips, how you're using your tongue. You didn't notice any pauses, so you did the ting. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, no, and yeah, just as I was saying, it is a great way of, oh, that's what the marble roof slabs look like. Neat. But they are a great way of doing, those look gorgeous, vocal training, so that you can change how your voice sounds, do funny voices, all of those sorts of fun things, and to just have a better presence on the microphone. Like, oh my goodness, if you were to go back and listen to some of my early streams, back from when I wasn't used to speaking publicly, because like there was a good part of my life there where like I didn't really need to speak publicly all that much. Nope, close please. Oh, actually, I do need to go sleep. Because quite frankly, my job for a long time did not involve things coming out of my mouth. They involved things going in, and that's a whole thing. But Tish. Didn't mean to make that pun, but here we are. But my point is that like I did not necessarily like how my voice sounded. So even though I have some voice training, and I know how to do voice training and I can do funny voices and things like that, I was not particularly happy with my natural voice. So it took a bit of work, but here we are, and I feel better about it every day that I get to do this sort of thing. Because every day that I do this allows me to practice a little bit more and get a little bit better at it, you know? And let me tell you, it is wonders for the confidence to hear yourself on a recording and actually like how you sound. Just as a matter of like, oh hey, my work is actually paying off. Awesome. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Ba, 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 ba. I know, little fox buddy. The world is so stressful. You know what? Let's actually just go ahead and lay down a full ring. Like, I don't even know if this will be big enough to do what I want to do. Because I'm planning to build a house, and I have a... I have a specific, like, ground plan in mind. But I don't know if that ground plan will actually fit in the space that I'm building out right now, or if I'm going to need to build this out further later. Liking the sound of your own recorded voice is really tough. Yeah, oh yeah it is. Oh yeah it is. But to be fair, you may have dug up the fox's den. Okay, well, yes, but to be doubly fair, every time I've seen him, he's just been kind of out and about hanging around. So I don't think I dug up his den. Now, the mouse's den, that I may be more guilty of, you know. Because the mouse sure was just kind of hanging out. Oh. And let's get those down. Okay, let's see. Hello, little mouse. Now, do I want to go to there or knock that out as well? I feel like that's the extent that I want to go to on this side. Like, we've got more space over here, but I don't want to get rid of this kind of naturally occurring ruin that this area just kind of came with, you know? So I'm just gonna cut through this direction. Do love all the different animal mobs that are present in the early vanilla, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, again, I fully understand why Minecraft has slowed its development down, because it is working on a very old system that has a lot of spaghetti code under the hood.
The fact brought a gross bug inside again.
Oh no, did he let loose? Or does he still have a hold of it?
It's in a jar, but Lynn's looking at it like it's candy.
Oh, thank you very much, Dare. I will be out there in just a moment. Just a sec. I'm gonna finish up this first layer, and I suppose we will go take a 5-minute break, and I'll make sure that nobody feeds anybody else a bug. Or nobody feeds themselves a bug. As kids have discovered that if they just let Lynn do things on her own, they won't necessarily get in trouble for it. Even though they should know better. Oh. It's one of those, if you can stop your sibling from doing something gross and possibly unhealthy, you should probably do that. And simply saying, oh, well, you know, she did it on her own, well, that doesn't absolve you of your responsibilities. You know, it is what it is. Alright, so, I think we were out of cobble anyway, so I'm actually going to need to spend some time underground just clear cutting more cobble as it is. That down there. Let's see, where was the layer that had the cobble mine? I know we had a basalt mine. Yeah, this is our basalt mine. So the next one down must be the cobble mine. I'd say next one down as if it's not super duper far underground. Yeah, here's the cobble mine. Okay, so we'll come back. Teaching kids that inaction is also action is tough. It is. But it's an important lesson for them to learn, because the whole point of society is taking care of the people around us. And doubly so if they're your siblings, you know? Like, come on, kids. Don't let your sister eat gross things. But anyway, I digress. We'll be back in a few minutes. Stand up, stretch, do all that good stuff, and I will see you all on the other side. Alrighty. No, sir. You keep that lid on. Alrighty, we are back, we are back. So you know what's a great way of distracting a hungry kid? String cheese. It is so easy to forget how effective that is, but ooh, Nelly. Alright, we return to the mines. But yeah, it's a nice nutritious snack, it's very flavorful, it's something that they can play with. You know, it's a good kid-friendly thing, and mom-friendly thing, because I love string cheese too. Yeah, what's this? A food that they can pull apart with their fingers and then like slurp down like it's some gross thing that they were about to eat before? Oh yeah, good distraction. But yeah, let's see. So yeah, tongue twisters and things like that are always good vocal training, particularly if you are trying to make sure that you're able to speak in a clear and specific voice. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like limericks in particular, or those sorts of staccato training are great for diction, but you know, honestly, just any sight reading that you can do, and if you're not familiar with what sight reading is, it basically just means that you are being presented with a text that you have never read before and are having to read it out loud for the first time and emote along with it appropriately. It's a great acting exercise. It is shockingly a great way of getting into the mind space of other people as well, because like, particularly if you are just training yourself to experience the words as you're saying them, you tend to understand the emotions behind the words a little more naturally than simply reading them out of a book. Which is not me saying you shouldn't read things out of books. Just that turning it into a script that you can read aloud, maybe with other people, is a great way of figuring out how to experience those emotions in a more direct manner. There once was a man from Nantucket. He took a big shit in a bucket. The things that he did, I would never tell my kids, but, you know, hey, it's my stream, so fuck it. We dig in a lot. Are you sure dwarf blood does not run in thine veins? No. No dwarf in these veins. But I did grow up in a mine underground, so, you know, it was a salt mine, technically, but, yeah, it was a mine. Which is part of the reason why you will never catch me underground in real life. But in games, it's fine. Gubin! Yeah! But yeah, another fun project that I've considered doing is doing like Shakespeare plays and just inviting people to come and read them with me live. Just because I think it would be a lot of fun to like sight read some stuff like that, and like obviously read enough of the descriptions so that we can like assign characters beforehand. But just do a thing where like we have some really simple backdrops, maybe some hats to designate who is playing what at the time, make it a little easier to, you know, for people who are watching to tell who is whomst. But I think it would be a lot of fun. It'd be a cool way of doing some digital theater. So, I don't know. I haven't really, like, picked out specific people to do that with me yet. Or even decided on, like, what plays I would want to do, because, like, okay, do you do a tragedy? Do you do a... Like, histories seem like they should be right out, because histories tend to be a little bit boring sometimes. But both tragedies and comedies are great fodder for, like, just any sort of, like streaming format, in my opinion. As long as you can cap it at the 4-hour mark like you would normally want to do, because you don't want to overstay your welcome, because even the best Shakespeare can be a little bit much after a certain amount of time. But I think it would be really fun to kind of explore some of those older works in a live format, you know? But I don't know. Something I'm considering. Something I haven't settled on. It would be really, really fun to make just some stock scenery. Because realistically, that's what most Shakespeare has been performed with historically. Like, you have some forest. What forest is it? Could be the forest around Castle Dunsinane, Burnham Wood, that's the one. Could be just, you know, the forest outside of Venice, where... Oh, we got some copper. You know, a certain set of workers go and become cursed by the Fae folk one fateful night as they are rehearsing for their own play within a play. You know, could be anywhere, because a forest is a forest is a forest, you know? And that's one of the reasons why I love stock scenery, because, you know, you can just reuse it and everybody understands, oh, okay, yeah, this is the forest, or this is, you know, the bar, or this is the manor, and it's just an accepted thing. Uh-oh, I am running out of space. Let's put that there, put that there. Oh, I suppose I could just transfer all of the supplies that I'm not actively using right now over to here and just have all the more room for stuff that I am actually digging up. That would make sense. But would it make dollars? The dumb tish. Although, I want to make sure I don't forget some of these.
Experience Vish.
Why? Ow. My 5-head! No! Listen, you gotta take the good with the bad here. Y'all got a pretty good rhyme off the cuff, so I feel like I'm justified there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Wait. Hold up. Oh, right. I didn't size this one correctly. Right. Because of a bad joke. Okay, alright, fair. Okay. I guess. Was technically a bad joke. But yeah, if I do this Shakespeare thing, I don't think I would hold like auditions or anything. I would just be asking if people would be interested in it, because like I said before, half the reason why I would want to do it is as a practice thing, both for myself and for other people, like to essentially give people an opportunity to get good at sight reading. I think it would be a really nice and fun thing to do with others, you know? Oh, I'm gonna need to make more picks here pretty soon, I think. Maybe I'll just keep going with this until my last pick breaks. And then we'll go back upstairs and see what more we can do with the wall. Like, I have plenty of supplies to make more picks, don't get me wrong, but just so that we don't end up down here strip mining for the rest of the stream. Oh, transistors are great. Whoop, speak of the devil. And he shall appear. Speaking of which, that's another great example of... What the fuck? Why is there just random volcanic rock here? Okay, well, whatever. Another great example of how, like, superstitions about, like, you know, don't name a thing or else it'll show up. Really is kind of an international thing. Like, you know, we got to talking about last time, I think it was with Yokas, on Saturday, about how in certain circumstances there can be infantilizing for... What the fuck? Glowy green mushrooms. Wait a minute, what is that? What's that noise? I have found something. Yeah, mushroom cave. Also, like, the pickaxes are immediately useless when they break. So you don't end up trapped in the middle of nowhere. Exactly, exactly. They become inconvenient to use, but they aren't useless. Alright. So... we're about to open up. Oh no! Oh, hello, Rat Man! Hello? Or are you a goblin? I don't know what you are. Hello? Oh, you're a goblin, okay. Sorry? I don't... I'm just gonna... How about this? I'm just gonna close up this wall. How about that? Do I kind of want to investigate that chest that's down there? Yes, but, don't want to invade your space. Kind sir. Yeah, he was very confused. He was like, what are you doing? Okay, so let's... Actually, hold up. 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, and then this would be 4 right here. No, I understand, sir. I understand your anger and possibly irritation with me. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to wall in this space so that I don't accidentally enter your space. How about that? There we go. No more muss, no more fuss. I'll be up here, you stay down there. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, on that note, like, I think that, like, games of Apollo 47 could also be a lot of fun to do just as like random drop-ins. Because the whole game is designed around doing like little 5 to 15 minute chunks of RP, constantly shifting focus on characters. Just to kind of like, the idea is exploring the mundanity of what space travel becomes when a group has basically perfected it. Because the whole thing with Apollo 47 is that, well, it's based around like the time when the 47th Apollo mission, yeah, from one goblin to another. Let's just be chill. Exactly. I don't need any smoke, guy. But yeah, like when space travel, and particularly like lunar travel, has become like an everyday thing, like, you know, you can frame it around like, well, the United States just basically kept doing what it was doing back in the day. You can make it slightly more advanced than that. You could go full Star Trek if you wanted. But just that idea of like, yeah, no, space is, after a while, just kind of another job, you know? And I don't know. I think it would be a lot of fun. Because, like, I love Death in Space. Death in Space is one of my... Oh my gods. Why is there just a hole in the wall back here? Just glad I didn't even discover any, like, Cask of Amontillado shit. Although that would be fun! Make a basement and do, like, one wall out of slightly different colored bricks, and you dig into it and there's, like, a skeleton and a whole bunch of barrels of wine or something like that. That would be fun. That would be a fun little gimmick. But anyway, as I was saying, I enjoy Death in Space, but it is a little more grim and hardcore than I would want like a Star Trek game to be, you know? And even with the way that I run it, which is a little bit more anime, it's still a little bit too hard for what I like my Star Trek to be, which, think of the original series, the best parts of TNG, Deep Space Nine is a personal favorite of mine, where it's just people surviving together in what is comfort, but is ultimately in the middle of a harsh environment. As, you know, something that you never, or that you should never forget when you're dealing with like space travel stuff is that no matter how comfortable the inside of the ship is, space is right there and it does not give a fuck. So if that like thin little onion skin of ship breaks down, then you are in for a bad time. That. There we go. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Oh, Cask of Amontillado? Yes. Like, it is gorgeous as poetry, but also very much the kind of thing that, as somebody who has been teetotal for a while, I'm just like, wow, you know, people do stupid things when they're drunk, don't they? Which is not me saying that, you know, like, I'm not being judgmental about it. It's just the, like, wow, thinking back. Oh, some of the things that alcohol has, caused. 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3, up. Okay. Like, it would be very, very hypocritical of me as a tavern owner to be like, nobody should drink, provides alcoholic beverages. Mask of the Red Death is probably one of my favorite ones. And I really despise how it became more prescient over the last 5 years. For those of you who have not read The Mask of the Red Death, essentially, while a plague is spreading through this vaguely Italian city, because all Poe works take place in vaguely Italian cities, you know, or at least a lot of them do. The elite of the city have a party. They have a masquerade because they can't be bothered to deal with things like quarantine and all of these, things that only the peasants have to worry about. Those we're safe because we're special. And unbeknownst to them, until far too late, Death himself is stalking the masquerade. People, compliment Death on, the gorgeous and very naturalistic-looking skull mask he wears, and the amazing sort of gauzy silks that he wears, and that seem to trail through the air behind him, all the while becoming more and more infected by the plague themselves. And I have a feeling that a big part of how Sir Terry Pratchett depicts Death in the Discworld series has at least a seed in that poem, because Death is not aggressive with these people. He is just there and enjoying the party, and if questioned about it, he'll point out to them that, like, oh, don't you think it's unsafe to be out and social in the current environment where people are, experiencing this very easily spread disease, and it really is just the hubris of people who should know better that gets all of them killed by the end of the poem. And yeah, there's something about that just calls to me, It's not exactly a morality story, not in the classical, Christian sense, but it does point to the hypocrisies in society and lessons that we can learn from the mistakes of the past, where, it comes down to, why would you not stay safe in terms of, there is a pandemic going on where a lot of people are dying. Why would you choose to do something that you know is unsafe? And it comes down to people thinking that they're better, somehow built different, And then they all died of COVID-19. I mean, the plague. Yeah, exactly. You've not read that one, but wow, that is excellent. Oh, it is. Honestly, Osiris, go and look it up. It is one of those things that, I have a very fraught relationship with Poe just because of... I am a strange person. I'm not going to say I'm not a strange person, but certain parts of Poe's strangeness are... Well, they're strange even by, 18th and 19th century poet strange. You know what I mean? We're just gonna scoot right past who Lenore was to him in real life, because he was a cousin, and problematically young. And then we're also going to talk about the well-known story about, don't mention the orangutan, because you're going to cause academics to hit you, no matter what side of that you come down on. So, yeah, Poe is a very fraught figure. But damn, when he hits, Apparently there is, oh goodness gracious, there is a House of Usher TV movie or miniseries. I'm not entirely clear what, but there's something. Oh, you know what? That feels like a good time. Let's go ahead and yeetus. And let's see, was there anything in here that I can transfer elsewhere? No, not for now. But yeah, there's a version of Fall of House of Usher where Mark Hamill plays the lawyer for the family that is supposed to be overseeing the transfer of the House of Usher to one of the younger generations after the father figure dies. And I really want to check that out, because it sounds absolutely fascinating. And if you don't know about the House of Usher or remember what its lessons were or anything along those lines, essentially it is about a paternal figure who has made effectively a deal with the devil sort of scenario. that, you know, he will be successful forevermore, but it comes at the cost of later generations in his family. So essentially, he gets everything that he could ever want, but as a trade-off, everyone else is completely fucking screwed. Which, I wonder if there are any parallels to any real-world groups. Okay, let's see. Let's make 10 of those, make another 10 of those. Let's see. We need 6 more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I know we're going to do at least 6 actual full columns. I'm just going to go ahead and make a maximum number of those. It is nighttime. But yeah, no, the whole poem goes through and describes like how the following generations of the family, while they are squabbling over their potential inheritance, are themselves dying and falling apart, and how awful their lives are. And the whole thing ends with when the paternal figure finally like croaks. The whole house just falling into the swamp, and taking the rest of the family with it. So they shall never harm another living soul, as it were. Oh, I need to grab more supplies out of my chest down here. Oh, I don't know what you could be insinuating. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is not fine. Has not been fine for quite some time. Anyway, it's all fine. We're all good. How are you? But no, actually, specifically, where I found out about that was in an episode of Behind the Bastards, where the host was comparing the House of Usher to the quote-unquote Kennedy curse. And basically just saying, like, it is wild how Joe Kennedy, who is kind of the paternal figure in that family group. Oh, hang on a second. Can I transform this? Can I turn this into a different thing? Yeah, there we go. Get back to the game. But yeah, no, it basically just kind of talking about the fact that, like, Joe Kennedy, who is the paterfamilias of the family, was like made all of their money through some very, very shady means. And then it feels like every successive generation after that has absolutely like beefed it, has been unable to do the things that they want to do or fulfill like the things that, you know, they were quote unquote destined to do. Because it's easy to forget, but yeah, there was a time in USian history where it really felt like we were going to get like full-blown fucking Kennedy dynasty. Okay, that's still working. I'll come check that later. All right, we are back to daytime. But yeah, no, and then the House of Kennedy has fallen, as it were. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's drop you there. So that gets that layer up and running. Okay, let's head on over this a ways. What are you? Are you a baby cow? Oh, you are! You're a sweet little calf! Hello! Oh, baby. I don't have any cabbage for you, I'm sorry. Alright, Fox has made his way outside the wall. hang on. Nope, I'm gonna talk over this. Yada 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 yada. I love that soundtrack, but also I don't want to get, demonetized or flagged for using copyrighted material because somebody's voice came up from a video game soundtrack, which video game soundtracks are, if not explicitly allowed to be used as background music, then tacitly allowed to be used as background music, but for whatever reason, when vocals come into it, that's what gets us flagged. So it is, yep. Okay, alright, hang on. I gotta do a funny voice here. They were never a good house in the first place, yeah. It's been a while since I did that kind of voice. So, that was absolutely a little bit rusty, but, you get the joke, Wait, this came from Golden Sun? I do not remember this being in Golden Sun, but okay. Like, it definitely has the same font, so, like, sure, but, maybe this was Lost World? Or was it Lost Lands? The second Golden Sun game. Because it definitely feels a little bit more complex than the music that was in the first game. Once Camelot weren't crunching to get the game out, they were able to add a lot of stuff into the second game, which was originally supposed to be the second half of the first game. And that turned into a whole thing, which again, the first game was... Mouse? Hello, Mouse! Oh, I hope that I end up with a mouse in my house. This also kind of reminds me of some tracks from the Transformers 86 movie? I think it was 86. I think that wasn't 85, was it? But anyway, the first Transformers movie. Like that dun 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 dun. Which also consequently reminds me of like old news broadcast. Like this just in. So and so has happened to so and or such and such has happened to so and so. I do need to make more of those. Oh no, I only saw the stack of 60. I didn't see the stack of 100. I feel silly. Back over we go. Oh. And my watch is fussing at me again, so I'm just gonna run in place for a few seconds. Enjoy the show, I suppose. Then do it to Who Behind Who's Bar? I missed something. Oh, well, if you give him a cookie. That would be amazing if that was how you tamed mice. Oh, that'd be adorable. Alright, there we go. Up. Yeah, I guess I probably should cut this branch. Make a suggestion to the honestly? Actually, hang on. Well, no, that wouldn't be a bug report. Oh, report a bug or feedback. Feedback. Select a category. Game. Mouse aiming. You give a mouse a cookie. Man. Ooh, honestly, a Sunless Sea type game could be run in Apollo 47 too. Because like this entire Sunless Sea's entire thing is about, you know, traveling around to different dangerous locations in an underground ocean and finding strange things, having to repair things as you go along, and deal with the psychological fallout of, you know, being on what might be the sea in hell, or at least the horrible, horrible place that became hell in the sanitized version of life above ground. I wonder if there's a way that I could post the rules to Apollo 47. Because, like, realistically, it is the longest one-page game in existence.
Mom,
hello?
have you seen Mr. Grumbles?
No, sweetie, did you lose her again?
Can you help me find her?
Of course, give me just a moment. But yeah, it's an almost 2,000-page rulebook where only like one page is actual rules, and then there's like, I think it was like 17 pages of like clarifications and guidance for people running the game, but all the rest of it is all just... do I have enough? Okay, I do need to make more. All the rest of it is just old declassified NASA documents, as I mentioned earlier. And that's real fucking cool to me. And I think it would be a lot of fun to just kind of play on stream if I could provide easy access to those rules somehow. But I don't know... Maybe I'll contact the creator and see if he'd be cool with that. Or they'd be cool, or if she would be cool. I don't know. I don't remember what the creator's gender is, but I'm gonna email them and be like, hey, would you be cool with this? But anywho, we'll talk more about that sort of thing when I get back from helping find the skunk once again. So, stand up, stretch, do all that good stuff, and we will be back soon, alright? Alright, I'm assuming that you already checked in the laundry basket, since that's where we found her earlier. Alrighty, folks. Let's see. We are now in our last section for the day, so let's see what we can get done. At the very least, we're definitely going to finish up the main wall. Ooh, I can add a column there as well. In fact, hang on. Let's go ahead and do that now. Why not? What's up, bud? You not having a good time? Now that does mean that I need to come over here and make a little bit more column. Okay, let's craft 10 of those. One more of those. Two more of those, excuse me, and then however many rest I can get. Okay, good. I have not yet tamed the horse because I don't have any carrots. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post on the Haycraft server, seeing if anybody else already has carrots, so I can see if I can avoid having to actually grow them, or if I'm going to have to find some myself. Let's see. Okay, that goes to the end there. Then we're going to do that. It's great to lurk. You gotta head to bed, so have a good stream. Okie doke. Have a good one, Wasp, and I hope you sleep well. Always nice to have people around. It's very amusing to me that these Tuesday streams seem to bring in a fair number of people. Even if chat is a little bit quiet, I can at least see that there are people in the audience. Yeah, that's nice. I hope that I'm providing y'all with a little bit of entertainment throughout the course of your workday. Oh, excuse me? Please go away. Not you, audience members. The leaves that are in my way. Now, I did realize I'm going to need to go back and make some alterations because those blocks around the door are actually supposed to be out of a really specific type of stone. That I had previously established as, like, the stone that I use for doing doorways. But that'll be another thing that we deal with in a moment. Don't know if I'm gonna do the same kind of outer wall roofing on this one that I did on the main compound. I suppose that's the kind of thing we can figure out a little bit later. Fine. Well, listen, buddy. I figured you didn't want to come in here and hang out with me. So I'm glad you're on the outside of the wall. Yes, hello. How are you? So I started to tell a story earlier about the squirrels. I have got a couple of them that will just come and eat out of my hand now. But they are still big scaredy cats, because, I mean, they are prey animals, so I get it. It's not an always thing. Sometimes they're a little too jittery. But I'm hoping that I'll earn more of their trust as time goes on, you know? Alright. Hello there, special friend. Are you talking to the fox? Yeah, the fox is a nice little friend, isn't he? We still got our mouse friend right over there. The more that I look at this, the more I realize, yeah, it probably isn't going to be big enough. But that's fine. We can knock down walls later. For now, I just need a safe place to start working. Because the house that I have in mind is going to be a split level thing. Oh, did we really just run out? No, no we did not. Okay. I figure dig out the basement first. And get like 1/2 of the house kind of laid out. And then that'll tell us how much space we actually need. Now again, normally in real life, I would not go in for stairs. Because stairs are my oldest enemy. Like, I do not usually feel my height unless there are stairs involved in a given situation. And then I very much am aware of my height, you know? Let's see, okay. So, I need to go make some of that specialty stone so we can redo the stonework around this door as well as the door on the other side. We should probably also go outside and set up the columns. Let's see, did I already have any of that diamond stone? I have exactly 1. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Let's see what we can do then. Hello, Blasty! How are you doing? And thank you very much for the resubscription. It is always appreciated. How are you today? Let's see if we did do all the way around? Like 4 up? Okay, yeah, we did do all the way around. What is that? And then... Oh, wait, now I need to go actually make some, don't I? Let's see. Oh, that's why I did that. Okay. Let's do one. We'll do 20 or so of them. So this is Hytale. Looks cool. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It is a very, very cool little block game. I wouldn't... There are obviously like some places that it needs improvement because it is such a fresh build. But given that the team behind it were already a Minecraft modding team, it is basically like their special version of Minecraft. You know? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What? Why is the moon busted? 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 Chat, why is the moon busted? What happened to the moon? Why did this soundtrack start up right now? I could not have asked for a more perfect soundtrack. Honestly. Like, except maybe the original, like the 98 version of the Baroque soundtrack. Maybe, but like, what the fuck? we go. And the fragments are moving independently, right? That is spooky. I really try not to use that term, but like... Oh, I don't like that. What happened to it? That is the Brethren Moon. Nope, 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 nope. Don't like that. Not a fan of that. No, sir. I don't like it. I'm gonna go sleep in my deep hole underground, behind multiple doors. No, thank you. Now, I do wonder if that is every time or just a sometimes thing. Because previously when I've seen the moon, it has been a whole moon. So, what? Like all the flames you have going down here with no proper ventilation. I mean... We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to think about that too hard. You do like that there's a hair option for the buns. Me too! One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. No, wait, hang on. Sure is a tree in the way there. I don't want to knock out the tree, but... So, before the moon blew up, you asked, what do you think was an interesting question? Oh, thank you very much for the hydrate. Can you remind me of what your interesting question was? Excuse me. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Have you considered having an Arcana Smith make you some jump boots to deal with stairs? Though you need a way to recharge the mana core every so often. Okay, well, here's the thing. I mean, like, you can just replace mana cores. That's just a thing. That's a standard thing these days. I've had the keep built in such a way that we don't have stairs. Like, it's all on one floor. Like, we do have a cellar, but I almost never have to go down there. It's not a daily thing that I have to deal with. So most of the time, if we're going somewhere that does include stairs, like if they're going to be more than like 3 or 4 stairs, like, you know, like what you would say in like an entry vestibule or something, I'm just going to have V carry me up the stairs, you know? Three, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. 3. Good point, good point. Yep, exactly. Like, honestly, it's not that, like, I can't do stairs. It's just that they're annoying. The only place that I've ever been to that had, like, outside of dedicated, like, dwarven or goblin, like, homes and cities and stuff like that, the only place I've ever been to that had, like, appropriately sized stairs was Willforge. And again, that shouldn't be surprising. Oh, dang it. That shouldn't really be surprising because dwarves were a huge part of its construction, so while there are the, I forget what they call them, but like the giant columns that allow you to traverse from one level of the city to the next, okay, so I'm not going to be able to put torches along that wall anyway, so that's fine, that's fine. There are stairs that kind of spiral around those columns, but like half of the staircase is for more average height people, half of the staircase is for dwarf and goblin sized people. So it's not really an issue there. Okay, so I now need to know, if I have to expand this, which direction am I going to be taking it? So real quick, let's take a look. Oh, well, you know what? We've also got to do the columns anyway. So I think this side is the side that's going to be easier to expand. Yeah, this is the side that's going to be easier to expand. Because if we go this direction, then we start getting into a river here. Is that a turkey? Sorry, I thought it was like a pheasant or something. What in the hell are you? Tetra bird. You're a fascinating fellow. Hello. Okay, have a nice day. Oh, is this going to be the vocal version or no? It sure is. Yada, yada, yada. Talking over it. Talking, talking, talking. La, 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 la. There we are. Hup. Okay. Oh, good point, good point. Oh, your personal river. Or a peahen? Oh, wow, kill. No, 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 I'm not gonna kill it. But yeah,
Experience Vish.
Why though? Ow. Expanding this direction would mean messing with the fox's den, which I'm... It was a mouse. I have a mouse. He is my friend. At least I'm hoping he's my friend. But yeah, I don't want to mess with the fox's den down here, because here... Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry, sir! Oh, I'm sorry! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Didn't mean to get in your way. I'm sorry! I'm sorry! No! Stop it! What the... Go away! I'm sorry, I fell on top of you. But yes, I have a mouse. I haven't named him yet, and you can't tame mice. But there he is. Maybe I'll name him Rufus. Yeah, well, this is where I'm going to be putting the sort of split-level house that I'm going to work on. Yeah, that fox bite's hard. Yeah. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is... Oh, I should go ahead and dig up the rest of this tree that I cut down before. What was I thinking? Oh, oh, I do also like the fact that, like, tree roots actually spread in a naturalistic way. That's very cool. Oh my goodness. There we go. Up. And that we jump more than one block. Like, that's really nice. But here's the thing, oh, it was Osiris who said that. That runs in straight lines. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, there is in fact going to be more. There we go. Okay, so, that probably we want to fill in with some dirt. We've got plenty of dirt. So let's go ahead and put that there. Probably not strictly necessary to fill this in fully, but I'm gonna because I've been bitten in Minecraft enough times. Accidentally creating monster spawns in my yard. Okay, so I'm fine with us having a mild depression over here. That's kind of cool. Does mean that, okay, this is all now dedicated yard space. I may take one more layer down off the top just because I want to build out a little bit further than I could right now. Or I could just leave a huge side yard and, as I was saying earlier, kind of push this out further on that side. Because this wall over here is almost certainly going to need to be pushed out further at this point. Yeah, I like this as our base level. We'll leave this as the base level. So, okay. Let's see. So then, let's go ahead and start digging some of this up. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that went a little further down than I meant it to. Okay. So I think it's going to need to be at least one level further down to really get the experience that I'm trying to create. Like, essentially I'm starting from the basement level of the split level home. And... oh. Let's see, we're about 2 blocks tall. So actually it may need to be 3, or do we think 4? Like 3 is my usual room height, but I might go 4 just to kind of make it easier to use like some of the chandelier lighting. Yeah, I think let's go 4 blocks deep so we can use the chandeliers. So we are going to need to do a little bit of this and that. Okay, the idea of like your character being able to mantle out of here is also really fucking cool. Okay, so that fits perfectly there. I can't really expand too much in either direction. Well, I could bring it forward if I wanted to. Okay, instead of pushing back that way, I am actually going to bring this room forward. Let's see, a 4x4 is, I think, going to be the smallest room that I want to do. Although I may want to expand that to a 5x5. Let's see if we got... Yeah, you know what? Let's expand the smallest room to a 5x5. Which means that this room also needs to be one wider. So Blasty, are you excited for Toku Tuesday today? Because I know I am. I am really looking forward to seeing where Gavan Infinity goes from here. Okay, we can go one more block forward. Oh, no. And I guess for that matter, Osiris, are you excited for Toku Tuesday this week? Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, now we're in that corner. So if we do this as a room width of 5, then the next room... Oh. We don't want this to poke out the front, so I'm gonna drop that in there. Gavan Infinity versus the moon! I hope not. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're already 4 deep here. And then 3 wide, so that'll get us to 4. That would be 5. Okay, cool. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I just realized I actually have a really great way of gauging how deep this area should be. Because at eye level, you should still be able to see above ground. So realistically, should this only be about 1 block down? So that we have, like, windows on the side? This is the most I've seen someone use the shovel. Also enjoy Samurai Troopers. Hey, fair enough. Oh, very excited. It's really heating up. You like Gavan, and you always really love Garo. Yeah. And yeah, no, like, this is... I'm having fun here because, like, right now I'm trying to figure out how deep I want this split level to go. Because, like, realistically, a room should be about 4 blocks tall, right? And I want these basement rooms to be deep enough in the ground that they actually feel like basement rooms. But I like the idea of the rooms still having windows. So maybe what I'll actually do is do the basement rooms at 2 blocks deep. And then do windows in the third block, which is basically at ground level. And then have the fourth level be slightly above ground. Oh, and yeah, the shovel is a little bit janky right now, so I fully understand why people are hesitant to use it, shall we say. Oh yeah, that's definitely Dragon Quest music. You are sick though, so we'll see how your energy is. Depends on how much your ibuprofen is worn off, really. Oof, fair enough, bud. Okay, so let's pop this door. Right there. Is a 5x5 going to be enough space? Put a couch there-ish. You know what? Let's make it a 5x6. Yeah, that's a slightly more comfortable space. And that means that we're digging this out a little bit further. And that we can then... oh, you know what? Let's go even one more block. I was gonna put the door on the very next block here, but I think if we do a 2-block width here and just do that as the door, then that means we can have a 3-block wide hallway out here. Yeah! And then that feels like a meaningful space. Let me do... into another room right here. Okay. Let's see. What's the right tool for grass? A pickaxe. I think you mean meant to type pickaxe. But actually, as I think about it, a pickaxe probably would work well for breaking grass up first. 3-block wide double doors, if you haven't seen them. Ooh, I have not. That might be a good thing for, like, my main base, but not this. This is more designed to be, kind of think mid-century USian home sort of design. Like right now, it's gonna be a split level, and right now I am cutting out some of the basement rooms. There we go. I think we're gonna make this 5-banger as well. And this actually kind of helps me establish where the back wall is too. Because this room's back wall over here also helps dictate, like, okay, so the back wall is going to move along this direction. So we're actually doing better on space than I thought we were going to be. Alright, I have to admit the shovel is growing on me for this kind of work specifically. Oh, Osiris, another thing that makes this easy in-game that I can't do in real life is the mantling thing, where, like, if I jump, I can hip, kind of grab the edge of... Okay, well, I didn't do it that time, but, like, the hip... Yeah, can you imagine me trying to mantle a wall shaped like I am in real life? No, that's not happening. Ooh, you know what the double doors could be used for? They could absolutely be used for, like, closet doors right here. That is a problem for another day. Let's see. Oh, we've been going for 3 minutes. Boob shelf in the way? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, buddy. That is one way of putting it. Okay, so we have safe places to work, but also don't need to be working in the dark. But yeah, we've been going for 3 hours and 40 now. So this feels like a good time to go ahead and take a break.
Hey, hun. Can I borrow you for a second?
Yeah, you can borrow me anytime you like, stud.
Ha.
I was wrapping up anyway, so give me just a couple of moments. We're gonna go ahead and put that dirt in there, and I'm gonna find a safe place. I should also cover over this walkway at the very least. I don't know if the outer wall on that side of things is gonna get anything, but I'm gonna head to a safe zone for now so that I can be sure that I will not die while sending you all off to somewhere else. So let's head on over to the just chatting screen, why don't we? Alrighty, folks, thank you very much for stopping by, weary travelers. I hope you've enjoyed today's Hytale stream. I now have a definite project for us to start working on next time. But before then, I will be back on Friday, February 27th with Final Fantasy VII. Last time we guided Aerith home down to, I think it was Slum 5, or Sector 5 slums? I don't remember how it's framed, but you get what I mean. And we were working on some side quests ahead of dealing with Rude. But well, that'll have to happen sooner or later, I suppose. Anyway, until then, for more information about future streams, keep an eye on our Blue Sky at Come and Go Tavern for announcements and daily check-ins from the Come and Go. I've been your hostess, Sheela Ornthalis, and if you've got to prop your feet up for a little while longer, we've got some more entertainment coming up soon via a raid, so let's see just who's online. Ba-da-ba-ba-bam. Ooh, Ogre Daddy's online right now. Let's see, how long has he been streaming for, and is he likely to continue streaming for a while yet? Oh yeah, he'll be streaming for a while yet. He's only been going for just under 2 hours now. So I will send you all over to see Ogre Daddy, give him my best regards, and we will see you next time. Ta-ta for now. Bye. Bye 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 bye. Mwah, bye.